Getting on Wildin' Out, Niall and Nick Cannon, shouts out to them, the cameras, because they told me, it's like, we brought you here to be you, to be yourself.
Yeah.
And Wildin' Out, getting on that stage, it just made me open up and not care about what people thought about me.
Over 6.2 million on Instagram and 2.3 million subscribers on YouTube. Welcome to Sip and Smoke, Zoie. First off, are you a smoker? Have you smoked a cigar before?
No, I tried one once after I left here a while back.
Say less. Well, we're gonna try it again today.
Okay, for a little
Shit
quicker.
like that. You light it?
I gotta do that with my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
You got your cognac right there.
Okay.
I got my vino right here. What we toasting to?
We're just toasting to a great year, and hopefully we don't have no more craziness coming, because COVID is enough, and
Exactly.
just a prosperous life.
Say less. Cheers. I received that. So, for the people who don't know, Mr. Zoie is from Atlanta, correct?
Yeah.
What side of Atlanta you from, Zoie?
Okay, I was from the South Side growing up, like
No,
McDonough.
hold on. Now, a lot of people who ain't from Atlanta don't get that lingo now.
Okay.
So, South Side Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, it's College Park, but...
Well, I say country.
Okay, well,
I'm from McDonough, Henry County.
Okay.
Where the deers walk up to you and you can feed them.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now I live in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. So, with me doing my research before you came, I read you used to work at Starbucks.
Yeah.
Sources may tell me that you no longer work at Starbucks.
Most definitely not.
Take me through what was your last day like, the conversation that you had, and even the thought of you saying, like, you know what, I'm over this shit. Right?
Well, my last day was kind of crazy because I did a Vine video. I don't know if you remember when Vine was here.
Mm-hmm.
And I had went on the roof to do like a video. I wanted to be funny. And so I think corporate saw it, because I didn't know that, because on Vine I had 1.3 million on their followers.
So you've been popular.
I mean, if that's what you want to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I started on there, and then I went on the roof. Corporate saw it. They hit me up, and they was like, "How did you get up there?" So I'm sitting here lying, like, "Oh, it was editing. I graphicked it and everything. It was fake." And then they just got rid of me and said it was a liability and it was a risk and stuff could have happened. And
so you got fired on your day off?
I wasn't off. I was actually working. I was working, and then they just called and said they saw the video. So I really wasn't fired. They just said, okay, it was fired.
For the people who don't know or follow you on social media, like, your work is like pristine. It's like the timing, the everything. It's almost like you're there. Like, what drove you to that, and how did you come up with that type of creative?
Well, first in high school, I was in drama. So I was in like theater arts class. So so looking at little things, like you have to, like you said, the timing and all that, and trying to make sure I'm fitting with their scenery.
Right.
That's where all the background came from. But as far as like the FaceTime videos, I was watching one, and it was with a mom, and the mom was like cussing in the background at the child, and I was like, it would have been so funny if the mom would have just let the child be a child instead of cussing, being mean at him. So I was like, you know, I know how to edit. Let me just put myself in there. And then when I did it, my notifications was just going. I was like, you got something. So then I did another one. Then that one hit. And I was like, okay, I'm not letting up.
Yeah. So your sketches or your content is kind of comedy based, right? Have you always, kind of wanted to stay in that lane, or what pushed you to that?
One, because I was a class clown in school. Like,
No.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I was a class clown. I didn't get in trouble for like fighting or anything else like that, or not doing your work. It was because I always was trying to make the class laugh or whatever. So yeah, and then comedy just been my thing, just acting me. But I don't want to stay there. I want to do everything. I want to be an actor.
Yeah. So when people see you out, right, not with your Starbucks apron on,
I never wore the apron out.
Well, I would hope so. I would hope not. I would hope not. Like, how has life changed for you? You know what I'm saying? Because one thing I must give you credit for, like, being a pioneer of social media. Like, you're noticeable. You know what I mean? Like, how has life changed for you being a mega star on social media?
it's the same as far as like my personal life with friends, but as far as like life with people I don't know, it's changed like a lot. Because I'm more of like I'm an introvert when I don't know you.
Yeah.
But then once I get to know you, I'm just this wild, crazy person. So when people come up to me and see me on, the TV or whatever, on Instagram, they're like, I'm expecting you to be loud, crazy, and fun. But really, I'm like, I'm to myself, I'm chill, whatever. Like, I don't even go like to Hollywood with all my friends. They be like, come to the parties, come to this. I just feel like, I don't know.
I describe myself as a social introvert.
That's it.
You feel me? Like, if I with you, I with you, and if I don't, bro, I'm just
and there's nothing about it.
And a lot of times people are always like it's space eaters, energy suckers. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, I can't be around a lot of people all the time because they're expecting you to be that. Now, my question is, who is a person that you would love to collab with?
Celebrity-wise, Eddie Murphy, because I love...
What?
Yeah, I love all his different characters. Yeah, like now that would be somebody who you would say, where did you get it from? I love how he did every character. Eddie Murphy's
from
amazing.
The clumps to...
Yes, it's just all of his stuff. He's freaking good. And you think it's a different person every time.
He was not even a trailblazer, bro. He was before his time. To think to even do all that, bro. Like,
it was so good.
And then the timing of everything, like you would think, like, here this dude walks in, like, hey, can I get a haircut? His daddy called Jackson.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's all him. Yeah. And then the editing part to that too.
It's hard because like you have to remember what was your tone when you talked to this person. That's how I did in my YouTubes. What was the tone that you said to this person? How did you look at them? So you have to remember all of that.
The angle that you're looking at.
You have to remember all that. It's a lot.
And you do all that. Like, but this is what's crazy. Like, obviously we doing this show, man. We got people behind the scenes that you don't even know and see. But to think that you do the lighting, you do the sound, you do the edits, you do the green screen, you do the plugging and playing of every different thing. Like, it's... So, how was Wildin' Out, man? And I'm sad as shit, man. I must say this. But it was such a great show. It allowed so many different talents to come on and just be them. You feel me?
True.
Like, how was that? What was that experience like?
The best experience ever in my entire life. Because, like I said, growing up, because my mom, they're preachers. So
what?
You're so funny.
No,
yeah.
That's what we got in common.
Coolness. Yeah, my mom's a preacher, and then her dad was a preacher.
My
dad, and his mom was a preacher.
Shit.
Oh my God! Well, what are you? Ours is Pentecostal, non-denomination.
I may not be at church all day on Sunday. I mean church. Church. I was in the doggone youth choir before I even doggone could talk.
Right. That was me. Yeah.
Are you musically talented?
I play the saxophone.
What?
Alto.
I bet y'all didn't know that.
Yeah, I played the alto saxophone, and then I sung in the choir. I was tenor and alto.
What? Well, first off, being in any type of Pentecostal church, you're gonna be at church all day. You have Sunday school, that's before church. Then you got real church, and then you gotta go mingle with the church folks, and then you gotta come back to Bible study. Like,
right.
Forgive me, God, but damn.
It was a lot. And I used to write music, songs.
For real?
Yeah.
Man, that's...
And I played football, and I played basketball, and I ran track, and I played baseball.
When I say the boy do it all now.
Like I said, my mom, they were preachers or whatever, and I was kind of insecure with who I was as a person, like as being, me, free spirit, and getting on Wildin' Out. Niall and Nick Cannon, shouts out to them, the cameras, because they told me, it's like, we brought you here to be you, to be yourself.
Yeah.
And Wildin' Out, getting on that stage, it just made me open up and not care about what people thought about me. And so it helped a whole lot. They made me tap into, I already didn't care, but they really tapped into me not caring what people thought or judged you.
As you shouldn't.
But I don't like making people feel uncomfortable, so I won't do a lot.
Let's talk about
And that's
that.
when Nick was like, well, are you uncomfortable because you're trying to make them not feel uncomfortable? I was like, you got a point. He's like, okay, so
Yeah.
do you. He's like, why can they be comfortable, but you're trying to make them feel comfortable?
But let's talk about that. What does the discomfort come from? Because the reason this needs to happen. This talk needs to happen. Why?
Because in the black community, black males don't understand if it's different, they fear it or whatever. So let's say if I want to come in here first off, if I came somewhere like a straight club with my pants like this and I sat down with my homegirls like this, you're gonna feel uncomfortable. So I try to still, even if my pants are tight, I still try to give a little, let me give a little masculinity so they don't be like, damn, this punk in here or something. But it's me trying to please you when you don't even give a damn about me. So why am I trying to please you?
But
it's
why?
so weird. It's just because it's just me. Everybody's not like that.
No,
I'm all about respecting people's personal space and them, and that's what I try to do. I don't want to overstep because sometimes some people can be too. I'm like, okay, you doing a lot. Just tone it down. We get it. We see you. You're already bright. Yeah. So I don't want to do too. I'm not too much, but I like to make people feel comfortable. I don't like to make people uncomfortable.
So I'm gonna ask the question, right? So is you being in this day and time labeled gay?
I'm free spirit.
That's what you consider?
Yeah.
Free spirit. Does that offend people?
Depends on what crowd I'm around.
But why? So for me, coming from a straight man, I don't have an issue with that because we all are different, right? And it's funny because our religion, in essence, was the first thing that taught us substance about life, but it also taught us the substance about judging, which is not fair. And you have to be mature enough to understand that. And it's a quote in the Bible that says, "Come as you are." Right? We always get jaded by the fact that everybody in the Bible wasn't married. Everybody in the Bible wasn't perfect. Jesus' disciples had the biggest issues.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they see a person like yourself, they see a person like myself, and they're always quick to judge. And I want to tell you, my man,
Right.
real talk.
No.
Because it doesn't, you're living your life to make somebody else happy that really don't give a about you anyway. That's what I say.
Yeah, I had to learn it, though. You're so funny.
Come on, man.
Hilarious.
Right. But it's for real, that's an issue in America, you know what I'm saying? Not just that. But to bring it all home, we have a nightcap question. And I asked every single guest the same question. What's now? What's next? And is there anything you would like to do that you haven't done yet?
What's now? Now is just staying consistent and pushing myself to be better than what I am now. That's what's now. Just staying consistent and focusing. Because you can get drawn off to other stuff. What's next is hopefully this TV show thing I got going on happens. We'll manifest it. It's gonna happen.
What's something that you want to do that you haven't done yet?
I want to have a show where I can just travel the world and be me. Because I am extremely funny. I have no fears. So I just want to travel the freaking world, go deep sea diving with sharks, jump off of cliffs, everything, and just record me doing it with just friends or celebrities who are scared of it. Because I'm not scared of it. I'm down for
Have you ever
whatever.
skydived?
No, but I want to. I did a little thing at Six Flags where you go down. But you're talking about the real thing. I didn't do it. Nobody wants to do it with me. I don't want to do it by myself. They have it. It's really high.
Would you go on Fear Factor?
Yeah. It's I just want to just have fun. You're supposed to just have fun in life. Just have
You
fun.
should. And be you.
Right.
Which we can end with that. And that's what we're gonna do. Listen, man, Zoe, appreciate you for blessing Sip and Smoke with your presence, coming to fellowship, and I really appreciate you being you. You feel me? And like I always say, one finger, one pinky, one thumb, one love. You dig what I'm saying? And we out of here, you dig?